So I usually let my marketing team take care of a lot of the content creation for my business, but I wanted to take it upon myself to build a promotional video using the latest AI tools. So that's exactly what I did. And in just around 20 minutes, I've created a promotional video, posted it on LinkedIn, and it's already gotten 1,200 likes. And if you're not a fan of LinkedIn, that's actually pretty impressive. So in this video, I wanted to show you the exact tools I use, how I did it, and how you could do the same, if not more. Because do keep in mind, this took me a very brief amount of time. If you were to dedicate 5 hours or maybe a day, you can create cinematic, ultra realistic ads that convert, and you could sell to businesses. So you could take this information and run with it from there. But before I get started, I want to address two very important things that you're probably thinking right now. First things first, you're probably asking, what happened to my face? And I was about to ask the same question to you, so we could just skip that one for now. The second question you're probably asking is, how can I just get this templatized and done for me? Well, that's going to be found right here inside of this free community. Absolutely free of cost. You come here, join the community, you get a bunch of free templates, a bunch of free automations, a bunch of insights on how to run an efficient business and make money with the latest AI tools. But I'm not going to sell you too much on that. I just want to tell you exactly where you can get all this templatized out for you and where you can be part of a community where we help each other grow inside of this space. But to touch back on this project I was given, I had one image to work with and I wanted to create a complete ad from this one image. This is the image I was given. It's a very futuristic looking image and it really depicts our business well. It's a platform called Thoughtly. We do AI voice agents, and this was the branding I wanted to go with for this video. So how did I turn one image into a complete advertisement? Well, I started on a platform called Haluo AI. Now, there's a lot of platforms like this. Currently, this is going to be your best option. This is like a competitor with Kling, but Haluo AI is definitely going to be the best platform to use if you are doing anything related to videos or photos. But to give you a very simple rundown of this platform, you have two options. You could either create an image or you can create a video. And sometimes this works hand in hand, where you create an image and then use it inside your videos. But to create an image, simply click on image, give your image a description, similar to generating an image with ChatGPT or Gemini. You could also add a reference character. So if you want yourself to be the reference character, maybe you want to put yourself in a weird scenario, you can put yourself as the reference there, write out a description, and it will generate an image for you. You choose the model down here, you choose the frame size here, and you choose the quality here. It'll take from your credits. You could start for absolutely free of cost, and it gives you like 100 credits for free. Next is going to be the important part. This is creating videos. There are three options when creating videos on this platform. You could do image to video, text to video, or a subject reference. To work backwards here, subject reference is pretty simple. You choose a reference character. This could be an image of anyone or yourself, and you would give a description of a scene or a story, and the AI would generate that scene or story directly for you. You then have text to video. This is also very simple. All you're going to do is just generate a prompt, and it actually doesn't have to be ridiculously well-crafted prompt, because what they have is a feature that enhances your prompt automatically as you post it. So it'll enhance your prompt and it will create the video for you. Lastly is going to be image to video. This is what I use to go from an image all the way to a promotional video. So with the functionality out of the way, now we can kind of get into exactly how I created this video from one image. So the first thing I did was I took this image and I turned it into one scene. And all I did was I put in this prompt that says, the astronaut picks up the phone, then puts it to his ear and turns around and sits on the table to look at the view. I put in the image as the start, not the end. When you put it as the start, that's going to be what starts the video. When you put it as the end, it's going to create the content and then end on that picture. So I put it as the start and I let the AI kind of do its thing here. This is what it generated for me. I really like that output. If I didn't, I could obviously redo it. There's a setting right here that says recreate. So you could just recreate it, or you could revise your prompt and redo it that way. Now that I have one scene generated, I wanted to make this a little bit longer rather than him just reaching for the phone. I kind of wanted it to be him walking into the scene, reaching for the phone and putting it to his ear, spinning around and looking at the view. So all I did was I pressed this button and I had that image as the end scene. This way I could combine them and turn them into one big scene. Then I put this simple prompt in. This astronaut walks into the scene. Just all he's doing is walking in and then going into that original photo frame. This is what it gave me. This is exactly what I was looking for. Something where he just walks in, ends on that image. This way I could have that end frame meet with the start frame. I got one big video and now I can move on and work backwards. Now that I had that scene done, I needed to start working backwards of like leading up to that scene. So what I did was I took this reference image and I actually brought it into Gemini. The reason I brought it into Gemini and not Haluo is because images need a reference character and it didn't identify that astronaut as a character because it didn't see its facial features. So I just brought it into Gemini here, and I said, generate an image of this astronaut, looking and walking up a hill. I got a bunch of reference pictures that I could use for my video. And I actually came to this one that I really liked. So I took this image, I brought it back in Hey Luo. I pasted it inside of this start frame here, and then I gave it this prompt: the astronaut looking around and then beginning to walk out of the scene. And it generated me this video. I really liked the way that would start the promotional video because it kind of makes the person curious. After that, I kind of thought it would be a good idea to have him walking up a hill and walking to go get this phone. So now what I did was I went to Gemini and I said, make an image of him walking up a large hill. And it generated me this image. Once again, I took this image, I downloaded it, I came back to Hey Luo, and I've used it as a reference image. So I just put start here and imported the image, just like that. Then I put this prompt: the astronaut walking up the hill as the camera follows. And it created this cinematic video that I really liked, so I used it. Just like that, I was done. I didn't even realize it, but I was done. All I needed to do was just edit this stuff together, create some background noise and some visual effects. So all I did was I went into CapCut and I created this. I took all of the images I created, I downloaded them, and I threw them into CapCut. First being this video that I generated. Second being the one of him walking up the hill. Third being him picking up the phone. And do keep in mind, it's a perfect pass off from the start to end image. So him walking into frame, picking up the phone, sitting down, enjoying the view. So once I had those stitched up, I added the logo, I added the fading effect, and all I had to do from there was just add some music and add some serenity to this scene. Then the last thing I did was I took this recording that I got from Thoughtly, and it's pretty much an AI voice agent.
Thank you for calling Thoughtly. How can I help?
That just says, thanks for calling Thoughtly, how could I help? I lowered the volume so it sounds like it's coming from a distance, and it gave me this.
Thank you for calling Thoughtly. How can I help?
So it's like the astronaut is answering the phone. And within 15 minutes, this promotion was together and I was able to post it on LinkedIn. And now it's getting engagement, it's bringing in people to our website, it's promoting our platform, all through just some simple tools. So to give you the video in its entirety, I'm going to blow up the screen here and I'll let you listen to this.
Thank you for calling Thoughtly. How can I help?
Isn't that fantastic? The best part is, it took me 15 minutes. It got 1,200 likes on LinkedIn. It's getting engaged with daily. It's bringing people to our website. It's gaining traction. And it took me 10-15 minutes. And it was free. So you can't really beat that. You really dedicate yourself to something like this too. You could start reselling it to people and make a boatload of money from it. But if this was just a little bit useful for you, I'd love for you to come inside of our free community. Come to the classrooms, visit the tech toolkit, and I'll actually provide a bunch of other resources of the things you could use to create cinematic videos. If it's at all interesting to you to capitalize on the latest tech, then you should definitely join Future Founders and take advantage of all the resources that we have inside. But with that, I hope you found this to be interesting. I hope that you utilize this for yourself, and I hope to see you inside of the free community.